We're now going to draw the caterpillar. So first thing we need to do is go down to our layers at the bottom and lock the leaves. We don't want to actually damage any of the work that we've done so far. We're going to add a new layer in and we're going to call this caterpillar. Please make sure you spell it correctly. So caterpillar is spelled C-A-T-E-R-P-I-L-L-A-R and hit enter. So we've now got a new layer and we're going to go into frame 1 and we're going to now create a caterpillar and we're going to draw him on the tree about here. So we're going to zoom in, so Control Plus will allow us to zoom in, and there we are. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select an outer stroke colour of a dark orange and the inside of a soft orange. Let's pick a right kind of, let's work it out there for instance. And what we're going to do is we're going to use something called the oval tool. And I've done this a few times, so just bear with me on this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off drawing the back. We're going to start at the back and work forward and work segment by segment. And the nice thing about working in Adobe Animate is as we draw each segment, what it does is it joins each of these segments together. Okay, if you're not happy with the segment that you've got, that's fine. What you can do is you can just hit Control Z, which will undo it, and we'll go on building the segments of this little caterpillar. And if you hold shift down, it will make it a perfect oval. If you don't, then you can obviously give it a little bit more of a stretch and a grab. Let's just move, press spacebar down just so I can move that over a little bit. Let's do another little bit, and then what we're going to do is draw his head, which is going to be a little bit bigger. Okay, so there we go, there is the head of the caterpillar. Now I'll show you what I mean by combining together. So if I click on the selection tool and double click on the first shape, I've selected the whole of the fill and the outside edge, the stroke of this. If I drag and move it away, you'll see that it's actually eaten into the back of the caterpillar. Okay, so as we draw, it combines the shapes together, which is very, very different from when we're working in Photoshop. So let me just go Control Z and put that back. So what we're going to now do is deselect, so I don't want anything selected at the moment, and what I want to do is I'm going to draw his antennae in. Let me hold the space bar down just to move him down a little bit. So this time we're going to go to the stroke tool and we're going to pick a darker colour, that's darker orange, and we're going to use the pencil tool and make sure that it's set as smoothing, and we're going to go and grab up the first one, there we go, nicely smoothed, and then we're going to put the second antenna up there, which is absolutely great. And we're then going to go back to the oval tool and draw two little antennae on the top, like so. So therefore, oh, let me Control Z that one. It wasn't quite as lined up as I'd liked it to be. Okay, so there we go, we've got two antennae on there. And now all we need to do is we need to actually add some eyes. So we're going to do a little simple, go and pick the pencil tool back up again. Slight little hiccup there, and we're going to pick a black colour for the eyes, and I'm just going to draw two half moons for the moment. Right, so he's asleep really, but you'll notice that those half moons are not the perfect half moon. They're not absolutely as smooth as I'd like them to be. So what I want to do is I'm going to go and select the selection tool, click on the first shape that's here, and you'll notice that over on the left hand side here we've got this smoothen option. So if I click on it, what it will do, as I do this, every time I click it, it is smoothing that line out for me, which is really clever. Again, do it to the second one, again click the smooth, and smoothen again, and go, it's beginning to smooth those lines out, which is a very clever way of actually working with this one. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put a mouth on, he's smiling. Again, it's not very smooth, so we go back and do the selection tool. Again, click on the shape that we want to smoothen and click the smooth option. We click it a couple of times. There we go. Perhaps it's not the most brilliant one, so let's just delete him and start again. And this is the nice thing, remember Control Z's always there for you. Right, let's do that one this time. Go up to the top, click on the shape and click on the smooth once, twice. That's better. Okay, so we have now got our caterpillar. So let's have a little look at what that looks like. So if we now zoom out, so Control minus will take us back out, let's have a look. Well, he is a little bit big for this tree, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to highlight the whole thing, so click and drag around the outside, and because we've obviously hidden and we've locked the other layers, this is not going to be affected at all. First thing we're going to do is create a symbol out of him, and then we can resize him. So what we'll do is we've selected him all, so that's Control A, or just drag around the outside using the actual top selection tool. And now right click on him and we go convert to symbol, and again it's a movie clip, and we're going to call him Caterpillar. Please spell it correctly, and go OK. So we've now got our caterpillar, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the free transform tool to make sure, holding shift down, that I just drag him down and make him the right size for this tree. That's a little bit too small, let's make him a little bit bigger, that's about right. Okay, so now what we've got is we have now got our tree, our leaves, and you should now have a caterpillar.